I know it's a stupid cliche, but actually, I had a properly restorative and fulfilling bath today. And I want to talk about it and talk a little bit about how you can use it to refocus yourself and, get a clearer mind. So, but before we get into that, let's go over what I'm planning, what I'm doing, and the week before we get too far into that. So, I am memory planning the week of the 23rd of February in my 7x9 Tilly Journals, which is my shop planner in the vertical one column layout. This is split over two coils, so I have 6 months in each coil, just because I really do bulk up my planners using a kit and a foil bundle every single week, so it gets chunky very quickly. I am using the kit from Plannerface called Lunar New Year, and this art is by Clip Art Kits, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Clip Art Kits. In fact, I'm fairly certain. And it is absolutely gorgeous. So I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use Tilly to save 10%, but that does mean I get a discount for promoting for her and for sharing her stickers. But I do PR because I absolutely love her stuff, and if you've been here for any length of time, you know that is legit. I think at least half the spreads I've done this year already are from her. In fact, I'm going to do a quick count up, and I've seen there's 3 spreads in this planner, including the first week of March, that aren't from Plannerface, and that includes one from my own shop, which is the next video, which is really exciting. So yeah, if you don't believe me, it's clear. Anyhow, what happened? What else have we got? We have a foil bundle in confetti from Scribble Prints Co. I'm no longer shopping at Scribble Prints Co., but that is where the foil bundle is. I'm trying to use up all my Scribble Prints Co. foil bundles so I can stop giving this little disclaimer because it's annoying me and I'm sure it's annoying you. Other things that I have is I do have some underlays from my own shop in this little floral. I thought it matched like the cherry blossom flower very well, and I really love how this has come out. Other than that, what else do I have? I also have my scripts pulled out in my Plannerface reusable sticker album, and I also have, as well as that, I have my scripts that I've made myself. There aren't very many for this week. I don't think I actually managed to fit 3 weeks on a half page, like an A5 style size, smaller than A5, but you know what I mean, because I knew that the 4th week of that spread was the Great Planner Getaway, and so it was going to take up a lot of space. So I decided to just squidge, and it actually worked really well. Other things, let's just have a little look what happened this week. So it was my first full week back at work, and in retrospect, I wish I'd swapped the spread before this and this one around, because although I went back to work after maternity leave in the week before this, I only did 1 day, and this day I did 2.5 days. So it would have made more sense for that kit, which was hospital themed, to be in this week. And this week would have then actually been in Lunar New Year rather than the first full week of the Lunar New Year. But oh well, it is what it is. We did that. Also, I have colour blocked this spread, but I've mirror imaged it, which I really love to do when it's kind of like one shade of colour, this is like red to peach. So it's not one colour, it's not different shades of one colour, but it is like very similar. So it's red, orange, yellow, and peach. So I really love that. Other things that happened is Bayla said her first word, which was mama, on Tuesday. I actually forgot to make the script for it, so it's blank at the moment, but that is what that blank script on Tuesday is for, which was very, very exciting. I love that mama was her first word. It was because she wanted some milk, and she was like, mama. And I was like, oh, she said mama. Actually, with intent. She'd been saying mama, 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 and dad, 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 dad for a while, but this was the first time she did it properly with intent. So that was very exciting. What else happened? We had our usual co-working call. We went into York and to TK Maxx and spent lots of money on our bathroom. Bayla was feeling a bit unsettled. We did a walk for Rangers, a night hike, and she just was so unsettled and absolutely hated it. So I actually ended up leaving. On Tuesday, she obviously said her first word. We had thinking day at Guides, and I did a safeguarding update for work. On to the Wednesday, I had my call with Sophie. I was mostly doing my business accounts this day because they are due at the end of February. Did a bit of diamond painting, went for a walk, was feeling very drained after an appointment with my care coordinator. Thursday, I was at work and talking to my supervisor, who I met this day for the first time because he'd actually been on paternity leave when I started. On Friday, I was at work again. I watched a clinic. And I finished my accounts because my dad came over to help. And I've just realised I put 29th on this. This was not a leap year. That should be the 1st, not the 29th, but oh well. Um, on Saturday, we had our Tilly Reimer Patreon monthly call. I did a photography class. I did some workshop prep for the Great Planner Getaway. Sunday, I wrote off the day and just ended up watching Traitors and doing some journaling and planning after doing some workshop prep in the morning because I just really was not in the right headspace to do it. And it was 3 weeks this week until the Great Planner Getaway, which is very exciting. I'm looking forward to chatting about that in the spreads that I'm going to do. So I haven't yet filmed that one. I think there's one more it's one I'll film next week. So I try and film and edit 2 a week because that's how they're going up. And if I ever get time, I will try and get a little bit further ahead than that. But at the moment, that's how I'm working. So I think that is everything for the spread. So let's move on to today's little topic. We have about 13 minutes, so plenty of time to talk about my bath today and how you can try and have a similar experience because honestly, I feel so much better for having it. So we had a really bad night with Bayla last night. It was rough. I went through to the other bedroom at about 5 in the morning because she wasn't feeding and she was just biting me and it was very, very painful. And she often, when she's doing that, falls asleep better for my husband, but not if I am there. And this is only in the last week or so that she started doing this. We think she's teething really badly. She teethed really badly when before she had teeth for quite a long time. And then recently she hasn't been, and she hadn't bitten me in probably 3 months. And then she got her teeth so she got her first tooth at about 11 months, and then she got 3 at 12, 13 months. And now she's had those teeth for about 2 weeks, I would have said. And now she started biting and being a lot more unsettled overnight. She has also started walking quite recently, and you can obviously have sleep regressions when you're learning a new skill, but I would say she is quite confidently walking now. It's not, she chooses to walk rather than crawl, which is absolutely terrifying. This child is 13 months. I know it's the 26th when you're seeing this video, so she's 13 months and 20 days if we're being very, very precise. So she's 13 and 2/3 months. But yeah, she is walking confidently, I would say, nearly running even. And so I don't think it's new skill. I think it's teething. So for the last 3 or 4 nights, she has been very unsettled overnight. And last night, apparently, after I went into the other room, she was screaming every sort of 15 minutes, waking up and screaming. So my husband would cuddle her to sleep. She'd fall asleep. He'd fall asleep. And then within 5-10 minutes, she screamed again, and the process repeated. Bless him, he did the rest of the night. To be fair, I think I did till about 5 a.m. And she hadn't been that bad, but she had been up 4 times already by 5 a.m. And this is a baby that goes down at 9 o'clock. This is not the point of this video, but I'm just giving some context here. So we have been very, very tired and feeling very drained. My husband particularly, we know he's autistic. We've known for a long time. He's actually just decided to go for an ADHD assessment. For those of you who don't know, I got diagnosed with ADHD in January. We are quite different in our ADHD. I would say I probably have slightly more typical female ADHD, but I probably have more hyperactivity than him, whereas he probably has more executive dysfunction. But anyway, not the point. We think he's probably got ADHD as well. So he's just decided to go for an assessment and has done the first forms and stuff. But he's suffering from autistic/ADHD burnout at the moment, we think. So he's not feeling great. And he was like, I'm going to go for a bath. Do you want to join me? Because we have a massive bathtub. And I was like, 50-50. And then in classic Tilly style, I used a coin flip to decide if I wanted to join him. And the coin told me to have a bath with him. So I did. And because he's feeling burnt out and stuff, so as soon as I got in the bath, I felt all of my muscles relax. I did not realize how much tension I had been holding in my neck and my shoulders, and they still feel very sore. And to be honest, I'm not surprised that I just suddenly had the warm water around me and went, oh, and relaxed. Because I don't know the last time I did just try and lay still and relax. So that was just like, oh my God. And because he's feeling so burnt out, we weren't really talking. We were just lying in the bath together. And I'm really bad at being quiet. We had some like peaceful music on, but I'm really bad at being quiet. I prefer to talk. I'm not good with silence. I'm not good with being in my own thoughts. But because I knew he was burnt out and I didn't want to like overstimulate him, because with Baylor having been teething so much, we'd both been quite overstimulated, and I knew he just needed to relax and the quiet. And I found that really hard. But it did mean that I just lay there and was quiet. And oh my God, like the epiphanies I had, like the thoughts that came through my brain, I was like, I need to do this regularly. I need to just like be quiet. And I was really worried about forgetting the things I was thinking and the things I was talking, like that were going through my mind. But what I did is I like used my fingers to put up a finger for like every important thought that I had that I wanted to remember. And then so I'd do some thinking and just sit there in the bath and just let my brain go where it wanted to go. And then after I'd done that for a little bit, I'd go over the amount of fingers I had up to make sure that I remembered the ideas. And like none of it was groundbreaking. None of it was like, oh my God, this is the best idea ever. But like they were good ideas. So, like, one was about taking some time off to try and get all the little jobs done around the house that have been sort of piling up and are making us feel under pressure, but they are not urgent, so they don't get done. And so, like, taking 2 days off work, which is like me and my husband, he works Monday, Thursday, Friday. I work every other Tuesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday. So taking Thursday, Friday off work, and Baylor would be at nursery, and using that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to actually just do all of those little jobs. And I know, like, well, duh, like that sounds obvious or whatever, but actually it's not something I've thought of. I've not thought of taking time off work to like just do some catching up. And I think we really would benefit from it because I think we'd both feel a lot less like stressed. So like the loft in our house really needs tidying up. We have a loft conversion, and stuff like that. That isn't that big a deal, but it's just piled up and there's so many of them at this point that it's probably going to take a full like 10 hours for 3 days to get them all done. And actually having that time when Baylor's at nursery to do them would be fantastic. So that was one of the ideas. Another one was about a journaling spread I want to do, to basically to do some more of this thinking and getting thoughts out of my head. But it's not something I want to like keep. So I've come up with an idea from sort of a reel I saw about how I could do that. I thought of another journaling idea. I've recently been watching somebody on Instagram on their reels that have done a lot of like sort of they choose a sticker and then build a journaling spread around that. And I really love that idea. And they like choose the sticker randomly, and I'd like to do that. Another one of them was to brain dump all of these little tasks that we've got around the house and other things that we feel behind on and back on, and get that in a list, because again, we're holding these thoughts in our head and we need to stop holding them in our head. What else did I think about? I can't remember anything else right this moment in time. I know I had 6 fingers up in the end, and I think I've gone over 4 of them. So I can't remember what the other 2 were. One of them was to do with silly journals and about some edits I want to make to my sticker kits, having used one of them. Basically, I just want to change around the how white the little things are, and actually on the solid color little things, I want to change. So the paler bit is where you put the sticker, so that there's more of the colors in them. So like that was one of them. And then I had a thought about work and like some reflections that I want to do for work. And like these all sound like things like, do you not just take time to sit and think? But no, I don't. I am a busy human. I do an awful lot. If I'm not like feeding, like, okay, normal day when I have my daughter home with me, I get up, I feed her and have my breakfast. And usually during that time, I also play some Dreamlight Valley. And then we generally get straight on with whatever my to-do list is for the day after that. In between that, I'm playing with my daughter, like giving her lots of attention and love as you need to, and thinking about what we're going to have for lunch, etc. I don't then generally stop until, well, ever. So we put Bayla to bed. So we start bedtime routine at like 8 o'clock and do stories, and then she has a nappy change. Then we do milk. Often milk can take up to like 45 minutes before she falls asleep. And sometimes in that time, she's very unsettled and just wanting to play, not go down for sleep. So it's very variable how that time goes. But essentially, I can't get very much done in that time. Sometimes I manage to do my daily apps. So I do things like Duolingo every day, and I have a Sudoku I do every day, stuff like that. And by the time I've done that, it's generally like the end of bedtime. And then I come downstairs, I do my planner routine, and then if I go up to bed, our current routine, which I am loving, is I do some reading at that point until my meds kick in to fall asleep. So, like, I do not stop from waking up because generally I wake up because Bayla is hungry and I want to get up and feed her because I don't want to lie in bed for ages in the morning. Because it's just stressful. Sometimes my husband does get up with her when he is off for the day, but like I don't have that time to sit and think. I don't think I realized how much I needed that. And combining it with a bath was just the best thing ever. The only thing that I think would have benefited from it if I'd had a bit of paper or my phone nearby, I think a bit of paper, because I think if I'd had my phone nearby, I'd have picked it up to use it. And I think it helped having my husband in the bath with me because I wasn't tempted to go on my phone or to scroll reels and stuff, which I've done a lot of today, feeling a bit burnt out. But like I wasn't tempted to do any of that. So I think having somewhere to write down the things or like voice note myself with them would have been the most helpful thing, so I didn't have to like keep them in my mind. But honestly, actually sitting down and taking some time just to let my brain think was incredible. Loads of people say it's a great way to do it is to go for a walk, so that's another option, but the bath was like relaxing, and I don't think a walk would be in the same way. And because I was relaxed, I was having different thoughts than if I was walking. I think if I was walking, I'd have been thinking about more active things and movement and blah 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 blah. But because I was sort of relaxed, I was having thoughts about everything. It wasn't just like one thing on my mind. And I let my brain just go where it wanted to go. And that was just, yeah, it was honestly, you're going to think that this whole like voiceover is a bit ridiculous. And you're going to be like, are you serious? Till you're like, that was obvious. You do just need to take some time to let your brain think. But it's something that I hadn't realized. And I think I need to start building, like, even if it's just half an hour once a week, some time to just let my brain think. I used to sort of do it, I suppose, with journaling when I just used to write whatever came into my head. But I've stopped keeping that journal because I just found I wasn't really getting anything out of it. But maybe once a week, I do just need to set a half-hour timer and just have some nice music on, some relaxing music on, and just let myself think and scribble down my thoughts on a little bit of paper. Let me know, is this something you do or something you think you'd find helpful? I don't know how I would build it into my week generally because obviously I don't have that much time that I'm not babysitting because she's my daughter, not parenting. The only time I do have that is these Wednesdays when she's at nursery, but I'm not at work. But yeah, I need to have a think about how I can build it into my routine. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. On the screen in a moment, YouTube will be recommending my previous plan with these in this planner, as well as a video it thinks you will enjoy. Don't forget to comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!